Well, hello, Steamboat. It's me, TC. What's going on? Just had a thought. Cooper counts. When you're up early, you let the dog out. That way we don't have any issues with that, right? A little father-son connection here. All right, so I told you, my man, Nick LaGorga, he's going to be joining us, and we're going to talk a little bit about Good Morning Acoustics. So, as I like to do, Nick LaGorga, come on down! Bum, bum, ba-da. We're going to get that crowd noise in. We got to plug in the crowd time. Nick! What's up, my man?
How's it going?
It's good. Good to see you. So what's happening?
I'm on the second episode of Hello Steamboat.
See, so this way, when we go huge, you can say, yeah, I was on that second episode, right?
That's exactly what I plan on doing.
And we got Good Morning Acoustics, which I love. I mean, you started a little bit before us, and you've been doing great things, and we've got this music thing. So I wanted to know how you came about with that idea.
So Good Morning Acoustics.
Yeah.
I was doing what every 30-year-old American does, and I was surfing around on YouTube, and I was watching a video of one of my favorite artists, Steve Winwood.
Sure.
And you don't hear a lot of him doing like acoustic stuff.
Right.
And somebody somehow got a video of him just playing in front of a fireplace, and I saw the way they had the mic set up, and I was like, I was in a band, Acutonic, and we were in the middle of recording.
Yes.
So everything was a lot different, and I was like, well, that seems interesting. It
Right.
seems simple. It sounds good.
Yeah.
And I just started acquiring some recording equipment for myself, started recording myself, and was like, this isn't nearly as difficult as working with like a 5-piece band in a little cabin with a huge mixer.
Right.
And I just started falling in love with acoustic music.
Yeah. Well, and I've been watching you play as well. And now, when you're playing, if it's solo, in a nice quiet setting, do you find a little more, I don't want to say in tune with what you're doing, rather than that group setting?
Oh, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, there is something very, very special about just being the only entity in the room,
Right.
creating any sound. And it does kind of, you're always going to have that connection with you and your instrument.
Mhm.
It's a lot easier to kind of feel that connection when you don't have like people in the crowd. And
Right.
don't get me wrong, I love playing live. I love playing for
I know
people.
you do.
But I think there's something very humbling about playing
Sure.
acoustically. And again, I just think it's very pretty. I think it's like it's the origin of music. Man.
Yeah.
Music started with no electricity.
Right. Natural. What's the plans for you then coming up this summer? Because I know, are the artists reaching out to you to get on acoustics? Are you reaching out to them? How's that transfer going?
Now they are. It's
They
been
are.
like a big exchange here. In the beginning, I was just like chasing people down.
Mm-hmm.
And I had nothing to show anybody, so they were all just going based on my word. So thank you to everyone who was on the first season and your faith that you had in me.
Yeah, and I'm learning, so I can do I just keep chasing until they...
They start coming to you. They actually, your partner here,
Yeah, Rick and
Merrick,
Rock.
was the one that convinced me to start putting together something to show people.
Right.
Things sell a lot better when you can show some of the product rather than just keep saying, I'm telling you it's going to be the next
We're really
big
good.
thing. Yeah, it's great. I make it sound good. When you can take a part of your product and you give them just a little chunk of it,
Yeah.
they immediately want to start seeing more. And
Right.
some people go right past wanting to see more and they just want to do it. They
Yeah.
see it and they're like, no, this sounds great. When
When can we do it?
So now I'm having more groups come to me than anything.
Okay.
And that's the difficult part is
Right.
right now I'm trying to keep it small,
Yeah.
individual to maybe duets. Full bands are going to be a little bit more difficult for
Right.
me. It is a challenge I'm going to take on.
You're going to do it.
Oh, I'm definitely going to do it.
Okay.
My first music instructor told me, when it comes to music, don't pass up a single opportunity.
Amen.
Yeah,
Amen. How do people reach out to you then as well? If there's someone catching our show here for the first time, they want to get on a Good Morning Acoustic, what do they do to get out to you?
So if you want to book some studio time, the best thing to do is to email me at goodmorningacoustics@gmail.com. You can reach out to me on Facebook. My page is just called Good Morning Acoustics. And subscribe on YouTube and watch the stuff. Comment, critique, let me know what you think. But yeah, if you want to get some studio time, shoot me an email.
Excellent. Now, you were up, you hung out with us, you got some great footage for the release party. What do you think about, as a musician, the lineup that they've got coming? And as I asked those guys, how it's growing, where they said they're booking bands in December for summer. What do you think about that process, as well as we get these bands that they want to keep coming back, but as you heard, we got people that want to see some new people.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a free summer concert for us. What are your thoughts and feelings on that? How it's working out?
You know, I've only been here on Steamboat for about 2 years, and I can say my absolute favorite thing about the place, no exaggeration, is the free summer concert series.
Right.
It was the very first thing I did when I came here. I got to see the Robin Randolph band. When I played for Acutonic, we got the great opportunity to open for Tribal Seeds.
Yes.
The way that I look at it is, I've lived in a handful of other places around the country. It doesn't happen very often where you get an organization that tries to pull in any amount of talent like that.
Right.
So what I would say is, I appreciate everyone they bring in, and the fact that they have Keller Williams coming with the type of history that Keller Williams has here. I think whoever's running that show is doing a great job.
Yeah.
And I would just say this much, as far as the free aspect goes, it's not even just that it's free.
Right.
Like, you can go there with no money and do good. Like, you're going to have a good time. But the big thing is that when you see those acts in other places, they are $20, $40, $80 tickets.
Right.
So it's like, if you brought $20 with you and you got a couple drinks, you hung out with some friends, it was just that much more that you got out of the experience.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you're going to be playing any more as well? We're going to get to see you get on the strings and do a little bit of something for us at some point?
I definitely didn't stop being a musician when I started doing the show. I don't have as much time as I used to.
Right.
But what I will say is the underlining master plan of the show was every musician that comes in, I get to play with.
You get to play with.
And they don't always know this, but I record us playing together. So I'm constantly feeling people out, and actually the Yampa Valley Brewing Company in Hayden is going to be putting on a show for Cinco de Mayo.
Okay.
I can't say yet who's going to be playing.
Oh, the
but
contractual obligations.
I've considered putting together an hour-long set with a few people just to kind of get back playing in front of people. So don't get me wrong, I want to be back out there, but the show is my main priority right now. I want every musician that comes on my show to be, I'm just highlighting their talent.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're already good.
Yeah.
Like I tell everybody, when people get nervous on the show, I'm like, you're going to play the song either way. Just let me record it. I'm going to do it.
You're going to play it either way. Is there a battle with you then? Because I know you have a passion to play. You've got this passion to produce. Is there a little battle, or are you finding it equal, a little pull and tug either way?
I like producing because I like seeing the results of the final product.
Sure.
Again, kind of going back to Merrick, back in New York, he was shooting like crazy, amazing footage of just like me and my dog at the beach, right?
Okay.
So I would see that and I'm like, how do you make it look like a movie? Like, why is it so cinematic? And he's going through all these terms. I have no idea what he's saying. But there is a huge amount of wealth to the production side, because like I said, when it's done and people are like, that looked great, I love that, especially when the musicians are like looking at it and they're like, dude, that's great.
Yeah.
They're all super happy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like fulfillment I get out of that. But I would say the battle is just how much more I want to play the instruments, because a lot of times, like I'm telling them, I'm like, well, here, go practice your song while I plug this stuff in, and they'll be like talking, drinking coffee, and I'm like, I wish I could practice right now. So I would say the only real battle is I don't get to play as often as I would like to.
One more question here for you. Out of these people that you've got to produce and record on the show, can you single out someone that maybe was your favorite thus far?
One of my favorites?
Yeah.
You know what? I had a great time with everyone that was on
Right.
season 1, but I will say this much. Kelly Ann Kerr.
Yeah.
She's just a shining star, man. And it might have just been by luck, but I had recorded a handful of people just to try to get the process down. What do I need to do to make sure that when I watch it, there's going to be audio and it's going to look good. What do I do to make it look better? And by the time I'd kind of honed in on what I was doing, Kellyanne Kerr comes in, and I'm used to getting 2-3 songs out of people. She must have played 7 or 8 that first day.
Wow.
So professional. All of her material she had just down. Her voice is amazing. She was warming up. She was drinking warm tea. You know, I mean, she was so professional about it that it made me fall even more in love with producing, because I'm like, if I can find like 20 of you, next 3 years of the show are going to be perfect.
Awesome.
Kellyanne Kerr, definitely. There will be very strategic placement of her episodes in my season.
Nice.
She's just great, man.
And now as well, so you were here on a great day. We've got this young, talented lady named Adia Clark-Lay. Remarkable, and I'm sure you saw what she did with us for Farmers Market, right?
Yes, sir.
When you see the youth that are as talented as she is, you got words, advice, ideas, suggestions for them?
Yes. There is nothing better that you can do with your life as a young adult than to learn how to play music. It is so beneficial for so many different aspects of your life. One, it's just a talent that you will always, once you learn it, it's like riding a bike. You can walk away for a little bit. You can break your hand playing football and still be able to play the guitar, you know, when you're done healing. But I'm just saying, playing music it's just a peaceful thing. I think it humbles kids. I work with kids at Music with Visions up the street here, and I can tell you this much: it does something to humans, dude, that it just chills them out. Like me as a kid, if someone would have put a guitar in my hand, it might have been that much better. But I actually approached her the minute I walked into your studio, and talked to her mother a little bit, and maybe future episode of Good Morning Acoustics, because it is that. I think that's the important thing about the show, is that we highlight the talent that we have here.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to Red Rocks.
No.
In the studio, we got a kid who 5 years from now might be charging $100 a ticket at Red Rocks. See them now, watch them grow, and when you watch them get better and you see the excitement in their face, it's something you can't replicate.
Perfect. Nick LaGorga, Good Morning Acoustics. You guys take the time, check out the videos. If you're a musician, give this man a call and let him help you out, all right? Thank you for the time. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much, Tony.
Pleasure, my man. Hello, Steamboat. We'll be right back with Vlad and Chase, the voice of Steamboat Springs High School Sports.